Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. Now, not a nice rack with the Q. I don't think I have any way of playing it, in which case I need to change. So definitely getting rid of the Q and one of the A's and the D. Now, do I also get rid of the L? I think I do. I don't really like the LNR combination because if you duplicate any of those, the rack becomes non-bingo-y. Well, I do have duplicate N, and I'm suffering with the lack of vowels in number and in variety. So I don't think there's a 7 here. I suspect there could be some 8s, but quite often after you change, opponent also changes. And I've got no scoring tiles. Well, he doesn't change, he bingos. So, good for opponent, but is it also good for me? Do I have a bingo? Let me consider the vowels. How about the O? I have the non-prefix. Not seeing anything. How about the I? No. Although I do have in as a prefix. No. And the E. Possibly the most likely. Wow, double A and double N. Really scuppering my chances. The rest of the rack is pretty good. But there could be one through the E. And it'll be fairly high probability. I have trans as a prefix with AN. I have trans man. Wow. That is going to outscore anything else. Trans man for 70. And I think folkies may be good. Possibly not. But it could be folkiest. And there is an available T at the moment. So K and F look like they're non-bingo-y, but I think there could be a bingo here and possibly more than one. Now I have like as a suffix with SOF. Does that make anything? Not that I can see. What else do I have? I have skin. No, I don't. No available N. Now, opponent has blocked folkiest. How annoying. And for a miserable 12 points. So let me consider the available floaters. There's the S, so I have the less ending. But I'm not optimistic there is a bingo. E doesn't look likely. How about the L? No, I doesn't look helpful. Folkiest I don't think has an anagram. What about the N? No. Now, I do have scoring tiles, so where can I get value from them? Right here. So I have Kef, and this rack leave isn't bad. 41 points, fantastic. Can I do better than that? What about a play across the top of trans man? Well, no, I was thinking Caliph, but I don't have an A. Folky would be good. For 45 points, 4 more points, keeping just an S. And, well, providing more volatility on the board. I am going with Kef. Wow, pretty good. Could there be a 7 here? I don't think Polaris is good. I think that's capital P. But it looks really bingo-y. So where are the floaters? G. Not seeing anything with that. N. Wow, such a high probability bingo if there is one here. Just not seeing it. T. Top rails. Top rails. Wow, and look at this. There's a T of trans man as well, so I'm definitely bingoing. And top rails in column 3 doesn't get doubled. And it doesn't in row F, but it's also been blocked. Great, just 20 points for opponent. So can I do better than top rails? Does top rails have an anagram? Not sure it does. Now, it's Peloria's through an E, which Kef has blocked. N-O, well, Oxo is good, so column 10 still available if I can think of a bingo with this rack plus an N, which has so far eluded me. Now, what about the S? Well, I don't think anything through that S is going to be better than top rails. Well, unless it's got double S. Not seeing anything. What about EL? So Peloria's plus an L. I've got the pro prefix. Nope, not seeing anything. And am I missing a 7 here? No, not that I can see. Okay, I am going with top rails for 62. And I draw the first blank. Fantastic. I may not have a bingo here, pretty unlikely with B, double H and U. But I should be able to sort out most of this rack in one go. H, U, H is good. That plays with the S of top rails. Does it play anywhere else? Well, I have bow. I'm looking to get rid of the U and 2 out of BHH. I have huff, which takes a T and a C in front. So a couple of interesting choices there. I'm ignoring row H. I'm expecting opponent to play there. So what else do I have? Anything in column 9? FEH is good. Not seeing anything. But huff is going to be pretty good, and it's going to be opening up row A. And actually that front hook for huff is pretty useful because it means I'll be creating 2 spots rather than 1. Now opponent doesn't play in row H, plays sag for just 8 points. Opponent plays just 2 tiles, so presumably keeping 5 pretty decent tiles. Sag takes, well, a ton of post hooks, A, E, O and S. So this maximises my score. Huff for 40. And I draw the Z, but do I have a bingo? I would have botanize through a T or an N. Neither available. Is there a 7 here? Let me consider the front hooks for huff. C. No. S. No. T. No. Great, opponent doesn't bingo and turns over 5 tiles, so therefore has drawn 5 random tiles. Oh, wow, do I have something which gets the Z doubled? In row H. Let me put the Z in to taunt myself. Wow. B-A. I don't think there's anything with the B. All these vowels which go really well with the Z. No, I do have Zoa, but getting the Z doubled would score so much more. What about a vowel in first place? No, not seeing anything. Okay, I have Bez at the top. Let me see what that scores. That's 58 points. Terrible Rackley, but the blank can always get me out of trouble. But is there a bingo here? Zabayoni is good. That would be through an A or an N. Oh wow, look at that. The A is sag. Just one square too low. And no N's available. In fact, very few floaters available. And G doesn't look particularly useful. And in any event, even if I did have a bingo through the G, I might be better off playing a non-bingo and retaining the blank. So what about playing here? I don't have to get rid of the B. But I would like to play off more vowels. Wow, tricky. So, Boz not good. It's a shame to burn my E. And although 40 points is a lot, let me just see if it was 40. No, it wasn't. It was 58. Well, yes. I'm coming round to playing. There's 12 minutes on my clock. Yeah, that's certainly better than any bingo through the G. Yeah, I am going with this. Am I? Yes, I am. Well, I draw a consonant, which is good. Do I have a 5 vowel 8? No scoring tiles this time around. Let me squiz through the alphabet, and I'm mainly looking for 7s. Not seen anything so far. Still nothing. No, this isn't looking hopeful. No. So really just playing off I and O. Looks like the best I can do. Maybe getting value from the X. Great, only 30 points for opponent. Does the C assist? I lead by 100, so I'm in reasonable shape, but 39 tiles to come. Everything could change if opponent bingos. This is not a bad set of 5 vowels. There will be 5 vowel 8s. But is there one through the C or the G? I don't think the G, but possibly the C. Something about that looks like there may be some, but I'm not seeing it. So what I want to do is play off O and I. I don't think I can do that. Coming down column 10. What about playing across? No. Where else can I play O and I? It's a shame to get less than 10 points because that nullifies all the advantage of the 58 from Bez. It makes it 2 30-point plays. So I could turn over tiles. Is that the right thing to do? I could play Oidia. Just wondering about this double lane. Should I be taking that out, or am I more likely to benefit from it? Still a lot of vowels to come. Now, do I have anything beginning next to the T, A-N-O, and I absolutely have to split up this duplicate I. No I-N-O plays. Wow, this is tricky. Just playing off OI, I could easily end up in a very similar position. So how about playing Oidia for 17? Definitely doesn't feel right. What about here? For 16, yeah, this feels a lot better. The trouble with Oidia was putting that vowel next to this triple letter square, with a J still to come and a Q and a W. Easy 40 points for opponent. And also providing a ton of floaters. What I'm doing here is providing floaters, but they're away from the column 11 lane, so I'm creating bingo lanes around the board, which my blank should benefit from. I am going with this. And I draw the second blank. I draw the V, which I think is going to be useful here. Do I have a bingo? I have endives in column 11 as a double-double. Oidia doesn't take anything afterwards, otherwise I wouldn't have played it. Does anything begin EL? Probably. I've got the IVE ending. Wow, 67 for opponent. That's fine. That's a face value bingo. And I've got my endives play. Do I have anything with the blank? Well, do I have anything either with the blank as an H or beginning under the A of autocade? Because the bottom right is quite hot. The V would have to go towards the end. So what about blank as an H? Let's see what that looks like. 7 minutes on my clock. So is there going to be a bingo with this? No, I don't think so. I'm going to leave this alone. I think there are two hot spots here, bottom right and vertically through the sea. Endives for 87. Now, do I want to place an I next to this double letter square? I must have some alternatives here. Endives itself has anagrams. D-veins. That's not a double-double. Venines. That's, again, vowel next to double letter square. I'm just going to run through one alphabet. Alevine. Evinces. Yeah, that'll do. Evinces for 87. And, well, I draw a power tile in the J. Nothing in column 8 through this C. What about through the N with the J doubled? No, not seeing anything. I do have Jet A in column 12, so I'm not stuck with this J, but that's not going to score very much. Great, just 12 points for opponent. And wow, look at this. I'm so close to having a vowel J play bottom right, but I don't have one. And also a play in row M beginning above the A with the J because of JA. I would need to have a 5-letter play, and I don't have one. So I was pleased to see the J, but I'm struggling to find anywhere decent. Just wondering about playing. Still one S to come. Opponent may well have it. Just wondering about playing a short J play, not 4 letters long. But I can't see a good one. The best I can do is JEE, keeping AATU. Oh wow, 40 points. Okay. I'm not going to reject that out of hand. Can I do better than that? This is my benchmark play. 5 minutes on my clock. I have Pooja in column 13. That doesn't score anything like as much. Through an N, I would have Jaunty. Is there really nothing through this C? Yeah, there absolutely is not. And any alternatives to J double E? No, so I'm going with G for 40. Not great. No scoring tiles, no bingo, but look at this, I have a 150-point lead with just 14 tiles in the bag. And if opponent bingos, there'll be 7 in the bag. Great, opponent turns over 5 tiles, scores pretty well, burns the last S. I'm not bingoing with any floater here. I've got nothing to go after double E. I have an A for going in front of G. So, do I have anything which reaches this triple word square? I don't think I do. Good grief. I don't. Attacker not good. Nothing beginning DAC. Wow. I have audit on my rack. 9 tiles in the bag. Just can't do anything at the bottom. AUA is good. Well, that leaves duplicate I, and there are 2 I's to come. It's quite hard to see how to sort this rack out. There's still a Q to come and only 1 U, so I don't have to play the U. Oh, well, why not play AIA instead of AUA? 13 points. Only 13 points. I think I can do better than that. What about Naiad? 30 points. That sounds a lot better. And look how nice this rack would look with a Q. Okay, I am going with this. And I draw the Q. So, I have quit. I have Q-bit. I would have Q-bite onto an E. I've burnt my A's for going in front of G, and they were the final A's, so maybe I was slightly hasty. But I think this game is pretty much sewn up with a 140-point lead and only 5 tiles in the bag. So where am I going to play my Q? QI is good. Q-bit doesn't play there. So not seeing anywhere for the Q, despite my joy at drawing it. Well, I have options, they just don't score very much. I have squit in column 14. Wow, through an I would have ubiquity. That's not going to happen. Nothing goes in front of JA. I don't have anything to go after double E. That would need to be an N. Nice play by opponent. 30 points. Empties the bag. Does he have a bingo through the C? Well, he might do. Does he? Enforce plus an E. Confrere, not conferry. And conferee with double E rather than IE. So I don't think he does. What about the D? Again, I'm not seeing anything, so I don't need to concern myself with opponent. I need to concern myself with my rack and the clock. Just 2 minutes to go. So what can I do here? Has opponent created anything? Anything ending in O? No. Opponent isn't going to go out in 1, so I'm looking to go out in 2. Is there any half-decent score I can get? So I've seen squit, which would leave BUY. Interesting. Is there anywhere for that? Possibly not. That's a shame. Ah, well, what about squib instead of squit? 22 points. Can I go out with TUY? 1 minute on my clock. Yes, duty and duty in 2 spots, so I'm going with that. Now, is opponent going to bingo? Have I missed a bingo? Well, I'm still not seeing it. Do I have anything better than duty? It scores the same in either spot. So I'm just scanning down the board. Putty doesn't quite fit. Yurt through an R. Just wondering about cutie, but I don't think it's a 4-letter play, and Mao not good. Okay, opponent takes out 1 duty spot, 1 minute on my clock. I'm just going to finish looking down the board. There's no 3-letter play with this rack. Nothing through the S. Nothing through the I. Nothing through the O. Yeah, so I think it is duty for 8. And the final score, 354 for opponent, 482 for me, a winning margin of 128 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a game. Absolutely rip-roaring stuff, nearly 500 points. It was me to go first, and I changed. And although the queue is only worth about minus 9 points, as a rule of thumb, every floater you play on your opening move is worth 2 points. So I think overall changing is equivalent to a land or better. Great start for opponent. And now Trans Man is the only bingo, so delighted to have spotted that. Opponent plays Grant. Wow, Fokies is good. Gosh, I'm pretty sure I thought about that. And look at that. Well, yeah, and Foki is good. Wow, missed bingo there. That's painful. I think I thought about it and dismissed it and thought Foki was an adjective, but C9. Fokies across the top of Trans Man for nearly 100 points. Instead, I play Kef for 41. Ouch. Opponent plays Tax. And now Top Rails is the only bingo, so delighted to have spotted that. Great rack for opponent, but no bingo. Plays Sag. Plays Sag, keeping Ender. Okay. My rack, and I have Huff for 40. And now I've got a 90-point lead. Opponent has not drawn a bingo. And no scoring tiles. Plays Erode. And Bez for 58 is best. H1. Yeah, 45 points, pretty good. 13 fewer points, but a better rack leave. However, I still prefer my play. Opponent plays Cyan. Oh, wow. F8. Teenioid, a 5-vowel 8, and Taxa. Gosh, 2 missed bingos. Well done if you spotted that. I played Oidia for 16, which gave opponent Autocade for 67. But look at this, I missed 2 bingos. I'm rewarded with both blanks. That's the way it goes. So I play Evinces for 87, but 09. Oh wow, look at this. There was a play in row O, Deeving, for 5 more points. In fact, a choice of plays, all getting the V doubled. Now, what a rack for opponent. Plays Gimp. And now M9, Cheat. I don't like that with 1S to come, so I prefer my play of G. Opponent plays Walls. And now I have Naiad for 30. So we're in the pre-end game, just 5 tiles in the bag. And opponent empties the bag with live ore. I have a 120-point lead. Now, there was a qubit spot, J6. Oh, down onto the T. Nice. And that would have been the same tiles as I played with Squib for a lot fewer points, so I would still have had the... Well, I would have had the duty spot in column 15, but no longer the one in row L. Opponent plays Earth, and finally duty is the only out. So, what a game. Absolutely cracking fun. Fantastic start for opponent with Mo tiles. I came straight back with Transman. I then proceeded to miss 2 bingos with Teenioid and something else, but still managed to extend my lead and win by a comfortable margin at the end. So all good fun. Many thanks to opponent for a good battle. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.